Hi guys, the Metal Maniac back again, and in this video I'm going to be doing a review of the EP Seculo XX by the band Overdose. And also, sorry if I pronounced that wrong. The title of the EP, as well as the title of all the songs, are in Spanish, so I'm pretty sure I'm probably not going to be able to pronounce most of this stuff right. But, anyway. So, this is their debut EP, and it was released in 1985. Of course, it was part of a split. Of course, this being the A-side of the vinyl, and of course the B-side being the Bestial Devastation EP by Sepultura. Anyway, so I would name off the band members and stuff, but everything, all the lyrics and all the credits are in Spanish, and I can't, understand any of it. Anyway, I'm just gonna get right into the songs. Hold on, the track listing is on the pamphlet. And again, I'm probably not gonna get any of these song titles right. Anyway, so the first song is called Enos Dio Apocalypse. This one is really cool. It starts off very atmospheric, with sort of a wind, sort of the sound of wind in the background, sort of like a almost like wind, sort of going across like a barren wasteland or something. And then it quickly picks up right after that. It goes in this really cool, sort of very very cool riff. The entire song pretty much has this really cool sort of epic vibe to it, like both the actual like riffs, the solo, and just the overall like vocals. Even though I don't know what they're saying, but it just has a very cool, almost like a battle ready type war feel to it, like a very triumphant feel to it. Like the first half of the song very much feels like someone's getting ready for battle. The middle part of the song feels like the actual battle, and then by the end of the song, it feels almost like a triumphant type thing, like they actually won the battle. Now, what's really cool about this song is, so the near the mid part of the song, after the riff and then the chorus and stuff like that, the song kind of slightly pauses a bit, and you get this really cool sort of it's not really a bass solo, but it's more like a sort of a bass riff that's isolated. Again, most of everything else in the song stops, and it's just this sort of bass line, this bass riff for just a slight bit before the song picks up again, and that's really cool. I always like when the bass gets to shine, because usually the bass is just buried in the mix in most albums. So it was really cool to actually hear that it got its sort of moment in the song. Anyway, so and then of course the song sort of picks up again after that. There's this really cool solo in it, and then the song ends. The next song is called Ficho do Mundo. Again, I'm probably not even pronouncing it right. This one's really cool. It's this really cool, very energetic sounding song, like probably the most sort of thrash metal sounding song on here. Not to say that none of the other two songs sounds like thrash metal, but this very much sounds like just a classic thrash metal type sort of sound to it. Very energetic. Like the riffing on this song is probably the most energetic riffing out of the entire EP. It just has a really sort of energy and very sort of just a really cool feel to it. Yeah, this one also has a really cool solo to it. But I'd say probably the standout is the actual riffing going on the song. But everything else is great, the bass, the vocals, and everything. But the riffing, for some reason, just really stands out. It's just a very energetic sounding song. And then the last song is the title of the EP, Seculo XX. And this is probably my favorite song on here. And yes, there's only 3 songs on this EP. So this is probably gonna be a shorter video. But anyway. So the title track is really cool. Also, it kind of catches you off guard because the beginning of the title track is very different. It's very mellow, very serene sounding, very calm, and nothing like you would expect from anything on here. And then it sort of stays like that for a slight bit, but then it sort of slightly, you hear something slight in the background, like you hear it in the background, it builds up and builds up. It's not like front and center, but it's still playing that sort of like really peaceful, sort of serene sound in the foreground, but in the background you hear something ramp up, and then everything stops, and the vocalist lets out this very harsh shriek, and then the song actually starts with this really cool, catchy riff as well. That's mostly the main riff on the song, just like with the closing track of the Sepultura EP, Bestial Devastation, this song very much utilizes the variation in sort of experimentation of the riffs. Like, the riffs for the other 2 songs are like, you get 1 or 2 more simplistic riffs, but they're standout as well. They're not like boring simplistic, but they're really good. But this song also, just again with the closing track of the Bestial Devastation EP, it uses multiple different riffs and, sort of, switches them out and stuff like that. Anyway, so, yeah, this is really, really cool. And then, there's this really cool, sort of somewhat longer solo, that it starts off with this really cool sort of melodic lead that almost sounds like something you would hear on Phantom of the Opera by Iron Maiden, but then it quickly goes into a little bit more faster, a little bit more aggressive, but still kind of melodic a bit as well. The solo changes up like 3 different times within in itself. The other 2 are a bit more chaotic. They're still melodic, but they're a bit faster and more aggressive, but still really cool. And then after the solo, there's this probably my favorite riff on the entire EP. Very catchy, probably even more catchy and thrashy than the riff at the beginning of the song. And the song ends with a very cool, very interesting sounding sort of fade out. Yeah. Hold on, I have to put this back the right way. It's upside. Oh, no, sorry. The case, the 2 different sides are upside down, but the pamphlet is both sides are right side up. So it's kind of confusing. Hold on. Hold on. I always forget how this is put back because again both sides of the case are flipped. Anyway, so overall, this is a fantastic debut EP by this band. Now, they did release a demo before this, but I haven't heard it and I can't seem to find it. As for this EP, it's amazing. Yeah, sure, there's only 3 songs, but every one of those 3 songs are absolutely amazing. It does very, very well. The vocalist, even though I can't understand what he's saying, he sounds great. Oh, hold on, I put this upside down. The drum work is also really cool, very chaotic, but sounds awesome. The bass, when it does have its moments, it sounds really good, although there's a lot of times on here where the bass is very much drowned in the mix. Yeah, it does have its moments. The main guitar work is really, really good. Um, put this back wrong again. Hold on. There we go. Anyway, so yeah, the main guitar work, the solos, and the riffs are absolutely great. They're nothing too unique or anything, but what they do with them just makes them sound great. The tuning is also really cool sounding. And like I said, the solo work on most of these songs is absolutely just really cool sounding. And again, that very melodic solo on the last song is just mind blowing. Um, Overall, this is an amazing EP. And yes, even though I can't understand what the vocalist is saying because he's speaking Spanish, and then of course the written lyrics are also in Spanish. But even with that, I still really enjoy it, and I really enjoy this just the sound of his vocals. Like he just the way he delivers them sounds really cool. Overall, this is an amazing EP. Honestly, I don't have any issue with it whatsoever. Now, some people might be put off because they can't understand, the lyrics and stuff. But honestly, I don't care. It just sounds good to me, and I don't care if I can understand what he's saying or not. It just sounds good. But yeah, honestly, gonna give this a 10 out of 10. And I haven't heard. I mean, I have heard like a couple of songs from their first full length album, and I am gonna try to track down those first couple of albums. Because I'm just very curious to hear what they sound like after this. Yeah, as for this EP, it's absolutely amazing. Highly recommended if you really love thrash metal. Alright, so that's about it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you all next time.